Hey, what's up, everyone? Mike Zagari here with another episode of Entourage Live. So today's inspiration came from going on Amazon, and I was looking at a bunch of different things, and I saw this little section over here that says "See Keyword Targeting Best Practices." And I thought, you know what? Why not listen to Amazon and hear from the horse's mouth and see what they think are the keywords best practices, and just kind of go along with that. I went into this document and found a bunch of cool things, and I thought it would be great stuff to share with you guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over these keyword targeting best practices, and then I'm going to throw in my 2 cents and also show you how you can set some of the stuff up inside of Seller Central and PPC Entourage. All right, so here we go, guys. Keyword targeting best practices. Now, I made some notes. This is based on that document, but also my 2 cents. So here we go. The first thing to keep in mind is that targets, that's the vernacular that is used now. It used to be just like keywords. You would use that because you could only target keywords, but now you can target other things. You can target ASINs, you can target categories, you can target categories with refinements, and also brands. So it's important to just keep that in mind, that the word keyword and targets can be used interchangeably. And we're going to go and use keywords and targets interchangeably during this live today. All right. So Amazon states that if you don't add enough keywords, or if your keywords are too specific, your ads won't receive enough impressions to hit your sales goals. Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me. You're basically saying, do your keyword research and make sure you bid after enough keywords and targets. And now they say, if your keywords are too general, you might spend a lot on ads without purchase. Okay, that makes sense to me too. If you're going after too wide of an audience, you may not get relevant clicks, and that could cost a lot of money. So obviously that's not something that's very good. Okay, recommended keywords. Review the recommended keywords in the related tab when adding new keywords. So what they're referring to is this related tab over here. And they say to just, review this when you're setting up campaigns. Cool, simple and straightforward. These recommendations are based on past shopping queries and ads for the same or similar products. And in the case of sponsored brand campaigns, they're based on past shopping queries for the products in the landing page. Okay, so let's dissect that a little bit, guys. Basically, what they're saying is the product that you select, they're going to look into past purchases, your sponsored product's performance, and they're going to show you words based on your performance for that particular product. Now, they're also going to recommend words for sponsored brand campaigns. And what they're saying is the 3 products that you select that you put on the list page, and all of the products that you put on your list page when you select your products for sponsored brand ads, which would be right over here, all of these products, they're going to recommend keywords under the related section based on the products that you put in your landing page. So I think my interpretation of this is that it's the first 3 products they're going to show. Those are automatically going to be on your landing page. You can select up to, I think, 80 products to go into your landing page, but I'm sure they're not going to include all of the keywords for all of those products. They're going to show you keywords related to those top products over here. All right, let's go further down the list. The recommended keywords will continue to be updated as the campaign runs, so check back in for new recommendations. I thought this was a really cool tip. So basically, you can come back to this recommended section over here where it says related, come back as your campaigns mature to see what else has shown up, and then you can start targeting those as well. This is just really good practice when it comes to keyword research and ongoing keyword research. Come back and check out this section, maybe like every 2 weeks or every month or so. Okay, next we have the search term report. Now, the search term report, as you guys hopefully know by now, is just jam-packed with absolute gold because we're getting into the customer's actual search queries. So let's read what Amazon has to say. The search term report from your campaigns provides visibility into the actual shopping queries entered by shoppers that resulted in at least 1 click on your ad. Use this report to identify top converting search terms and trends and bid more competitively on those keywords in your campaigns. Okay, so all of you guys are probably aware, and you're probably doing something like the mining technique or the ACOS scraping technique, where you dig into your search term reports and you find the search terms that are not yet keywords and you bid on them as keywords. So essentially that is what they are saying here. Just keep in mind, and this is the bullet point down over here actually, there's 3 different search term reports now. So there's one for sponsored product ads, one for sponsored brand ads, and also one for sponsored video ads. So you're going to want to dive into all 3. I recommend at least once every couple of weeks, dive into your search term reports. You can do that on PPC Entourage for sponsored product ads. For Spotlight soon, you're going to be able to do it for sponsored brand ads and sponsored video ads. But just go into the expansion and the search term expansion. You can dig into your search term reports for sponsored product ads very simply and easily, and then find those winning search terms. All right, guys, let's go down. Then Amazon recommends that you set up an automatic campaign. Okay, so automatic campaigns feed us search terms and ASINs for future targeting, which is really cool. That's the reason why a lot of people set up their automatic campaigns, because it gives us ideas on what to target in the future. Category category targeting feeds us ASINs for future targeting. So this is important, guys. Think about one of the main reasons for setting up these category targeting campaigns and these automatic campaigns. The automatic campaigns will give us future keywords and future ASINs to target, okay? Most of you are aware of that. It's really important to be mindful of category targeting as well and setting up a category targeting campaign, because that's going to help us feed us some ASINs for future targeting as well. So both of these campaigns are feeding us future ideas for future targeting in other campaigns. Now, keep this in mind too, for sponsored brands only, category targeting feeds us ASINs and keywords for future targeting. So what does this mean? If you set up a sponsored brands campaign that is category targeting, it's in the search term report, you're going to find ASINs and keywords or search terms that you can then target in the future. So this is really important to keep in mind. For sponsored product ads category targeting, you do not get the keywords. You only get the ASINs. All right, guys, next we have descriptive words. Once again, we are going down the list of what Amazon recommends. They recommend to look at descriptive words you use in your product detail pages or in the pages of your competitors and add them as keywords. They also recommend to brainstorm a list of shopping queries you would expect your customers to use when looking on Amazon for products like yours. So I went ahead and I found this product, Polaroid film. It's Fujifilm Instamax Mini Instafilm. Going over here, you can see that there's a lot of descriptors for this product. You have the picture size, 62 millimeters by 46 millimeters, film size. These are all things that customers might put into their search query when they're looking for this type of film. So this is what they mean by coming up with descriptive words that people might search for. Go to your competitors' listing and see what type of descriptive words you think people might actually search for. I think the search term report will eventually show those for you, but it's always good to brainstorm beforehand, as Amazon recommends in their best practices. All right, going down the list of Amazon's best practices, find the right amount of keywords for your campaign. While there's no ideal number of keywords, we recommend including at least 25 keywords in your campaigns and ad groups. So this is funny because like back in 2015, 2016, the very first Blueprint series, we recommended putting in thousands of keywords. Yeah, that's not cool. That hasn't been cool for a while, and you guys hopefully know that. So they recommend around 25, but there's per campaign, but there really is no number that you have to follow. It really depends on what you're selling and how many keywords are relevant to what you're selling. All right, so next we have branded terms. Depending on the objective of the campaign, use branded product keywords containing your brand name and the product name or some variation of it. Okay, if you have, let's say you're selling a grill brush, you can type in your brand name plus the keywords like grill brush or a steel grill brush. So identify some of the top keywords, tack on your brand name, and this will help you get that branded search. I also just like to put in the phrase match, my brand name as phrase match, to sort of get a wider net of those branded terms. So you can do that as well. All right, next bullet point. Use keywords targeting products similar to yours in the same category, or use complementary product keywords. This could mean going after other brand names. Use keywords targeting products similar to yours in the same category. And then they write, or use complementary product keywords. So that's kind of simple and straightforward. If you know your audience, going after the keyword meat claw, if you're selling a grill brush, because that's a complementary product if you know your audience. Okay, guys, so all of that depends upon how much budget you have. If you are low on budget, I wouldn't recommend targeting your competitor's brand name right away or complementary keywords right away. Okay, guys. All right, next bullet point under branded terms. For complementary product keywords, target items sold separately from yours, but used together. For example, if you sell SD cards, bid on keywords like digital camera. So once again, if you sell like an add-on or something that's complementary that could be used, like in this example here, someone sells the camera and you sell this, you can target the actual camera because this is an add-on. All right, next, this is something we talked about a week ago. Identify your purpose. Think about the purpose of your campaign and consider if you need to use general or specific keywords. The more specific, the more likely a shopper will click. Okay, so they gave an example here of, let's say you sold Yorkie shampoo, but you targeted just the keyword shampoo. Well, that is really broad. You may get a lot of exposure, maybe even a lot of clicks, maybe not, depending on the category, but it's very broad and it may not lead to the best results. But there's like a middle ground, let's say dog shampoo. shampoo. That's still very broad because this is a specific type of dog shampoo, or you can target the specific type of dog shampoo, the keyword, which would be Yorkie shampoo. So think about the purpose. And we talked about discovery-based keywords and browse-based keywords and how to use that to cast a wide net. And in this example, casting a wide net might be the dog shampoo, or it might be just targeting a dog-related keywords. Shampoo might be too wide of a net. You could be wasting a lot of money by doing that. But the point is, they want you to identify the purpose of using certain keywords. And the keyword Yorkie shampoo, that would be a highly targeted decision phase in the customer buying cycle. This is something that's really related, and this is something that we want to go after aggressively. So I really like when they were talking about identify your purpose, and it really goes along with some of the training over the last couple of weeks. All right, guys, next, don't set and forget. Once your keywords have been running in a campaign for 2 weeks, check which words are performing best and which search terms generate the best traffic and clicks. Consider archiving your lowest performing keywords and increasing your bid on the highest performing one. Okay, so, hopefully a lot of you guys are not doing the set and forget it method. Even if you use the autopilot or any kind of tool that automatically does this for you, you do want to check in on your sponsored product ads, your target bidding. You want to make sure that you are bidding appropriately, or you could be losing a lot of money. So do not set and forget. Interesting that they recommend archiving the lowest performing keywords, pausing, archiving, or lowering the bid down to like 2 cents, whatever you decide to do. Okay, guys, keywords don't compete against each other. All right, this is a common thing that I used to hear a lot more, but not as much. Keywords don't compete against each other. This means that using similar keywords won't drive the ad cost up or cancel each other out. We suggest keeping similar combinations of ASINs and keywords in the same campaign to best understand your campaign performance. All right, so there used to be this idea that if you had a keyword in one campaign and then it was in like 2 or 3 other campaigns, that they would compete against each other. Well, that straight from the horse's mouth is not true. That doesn't happen. What Amazon recommends doing is putting all those keywords. Let's say you have a keyword in broad, phrase, and exact, putting all those keywords in one campaign or separated by ad groups in one campaign. This way it's easier to just keep on track of that keyword rather than having to look 2 or 3 different places, but they will not compete against each other. Okay. Other best practices to keep in mind. A lot of this is pretty neat. No need to add multiple keywords with plurals or close misspellings of existing keywords. For example, you don't have to add both headphone and headphones, or headphones with a space and headphones without a space. Okay, guys, so keep that in mind. This is worth testing though. You could still try and test it out and see how these words or these misspellings work. However, Amazon says that is not needed, not recommended. Okay, other best practices to keep in mind. Setting 3 match types for the same keyword with the same bid is the same as adding a keyword once with a broad match type, because you can only bid once on each available ad. Okay, so what they're saying is if you put in a campaign or an ad group the same keyword in 3 different match types with the same bid, that's the same thing as having the keyword in as just a broad match type. Okay, I guess the point is here, stagger your bids so you could do more higher bid for phrase and a higher bid for exact to give it a little bit more favorability. Setting multiple match types for the same keyword won't cause you to lose impressions. That's another important thing. All right, last one. If you have a broad match keyword but negatively target that exact match, you will still be able to receive impressions on the broad match keyword, but not on the exact phrase. So this is a common strategy that we don't promote very much, but basically this is the strategy where you have a broad match keyword. Let's say it's like a very relevant broad match keyword, and you're using that to connect with other shopper search terms because it's broad match. So let's say it's a grill brush. That's our very best keyword. It's the most highly relevant keyword for selling grill brush. We put that in as broad match. This way it can connect with all the words that have grill brush in it. However, if we do a negative exact in that exact ad group, then we're saying to Amazon, hey, we don't want to show for grill brush in this campaign, but we want to show for all of the different variations in the customer search terms that have grill brush in it. And Amazon clearly says here that that is a valid strategy. Okay, guys? So that was a lot of information. Once again, any questions that you have, feel free to let me know. All right. Have an amazing day, everyone, and I will talk to you soon. Bye now.